unfortunately, we lost some data in the Twitch stream due to some internet outages in the UK at the time. But we've managed to organise it so I can re-record and have time to edit and stuff like that for 3 of the races. So those races being Spa, Zandvoort and Brands Hatch GP. For those that didn't catch the stream or have seen any of the previous videos, all I'm doing is 10 minutes of practice, 15 minutes of qualifying, and a 7-lap race versus 100% AI. Quite a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, make sure to check out chrisfoxracing.com. We've now got the website up and running so that it links straight to our Discord. If you want to join us, chrisfoxracing.com now has a dedicated server as well on Assetto Corsa. You can go straight ahead, type that into your server browser, whether that's Content Manager or the Assetto Corsa client, so easy enough to do. Links to the downloads for the mods, I believe it's currently at Skip Barber at Lime Rock Raceway, can be given to you through the Discord, or you can find them on the internet. We've got the Skip Barber, which was downloaded straight from Race Department, and Lime Rock Raceway FM7, I believe the version is, which you can download directly from a YouTube channel that made the mod. Secondly, the server will allow you to download from it if you are using Content Manager. It will not allow you to download through it if you're using the Assetto Corsa client. So just make sure everything's installed correctly there, and you should have no problems. Hope you enjoy the video. Welcome to Brands Hatch GP, our last video in the series. Let's just make sure all our apps are loaded up correctly. Our car radar here. Perfect. So we're going to get started on our practice. You can tell it's quite late here. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd get this video done and have our last rookie series walkthrough race this evening. So I can get them all recorded and edited and start working on some other stuff. Brands Hatch is probably one of my favourite tracks that I'm bad at. I'm not particularly good at that turn or the upcoming turn, but I feel like I'm pretty competent at the track as a whole. I had already had this race recorded a bit over there, but unfortunately due to internet issues couldn't salvage the video or the audio for that, so having to redo them is fine. Really nervous in this corner with this car, but usually I'm fine with it. This upcoming corner is quite fun, because all I have to do is a bit of brake, a bit of shift down, and then glide through the corner like that. Usually a bit faster than that, but definitely get a bit of sideways action around here, which is nice. Not particularly good at this either, this corner here. Car feels very slippy at the minute. That's why we get our practice laps in, just so we feel a bit more comfortable with the car. The elevation changes make this corner particularly difficult, getting back on the throttle for me as well. The car likes to slide. Keep it nice and tight through there. You want to carry as much speed through there as possible. Obviously we didn't manage to do that, but while you're driving you might want to. One of the main things I love about this track is you can see so much of it from wherever you are. So like that first section there, you could obviously see the beginning of the track, the start-finish straight, and as you came to the turn we've just done, you could see the last corner before the finishing straight, which is always good to see other cars going around there. Obviously you don't expect to see much during a race, but it's nice during practice and qualifying to be able to see those other cars going around. It's taking it nice and easy. For some reason the car really wants to slide. Again, those elevation changes making the car a bit uncomfortable as we turn in and press on the brakes. Nice and easy through there. Yeah, a little bit sideways, but not too much. Nothing that's uncontrollable. For a second there I wanted to look over, but can't really afford to lose focus around here, and oh, there we go. That's why you can't really afford to lose focus around there. You end up in the sand and you lose just so much time. There's no real recovering of a lap after that. But just seeing those cars go across is just something special. You don't really get it very many tracks. Brands Hatch is quite special in that regard. You get it at Donington Park a little bit, which was another track that I was considering throwing in, but I think two UK tracks is more than enough for this series. Didn't want to make it too long, so I think 7's a nice number. See whether easing off in 4th there works. It does, it works pretty well. We are going to have to go down to 3rd for this though. Just to get a slide in there. Nice, nice. As we come uphill, shift into 4th. Oh, turned in way too early there. That would definitely be a track cut. Brake points are quite easy to determine on those corners though. You've got the corner markers. Usually you just brake at the last one. It's the ones without like definitive brake markers that I really struggle with. Like I don't have a specific brake marker for this corner coming up. I usually just go by feel. And that sometimes pays off. But as you can see last lap it didn't pay off particularly well. But like they're braking at the last board there. Really nice and handy to have. I think I'm apexing too early there and then not putting the power down fast enough. We'll get there, we'll get there. Yeah, and it's what these practice laps are for. Finding those little areas that you can work on in order to get more out of the car. I wasn't particularly fast there. I think I was a bit heavy on the brakes. Nice little drift around there, nice. More of a power slide, but it got the car through. Not particularly fast, but it got the car through. So there's loads of time I could make up here. Plenty of time to make up. Shifting up there was incorrect. I don't think you need to be in 4th. Just powering it through in third is good enough. I think you could probably take this corner in third and carry some more speed through than I did. But you'll have to experiment yourselves with that. Because I am definitely not comfortable around this track in this car. But it's certainly a lot of fun. A lot of flowing corners, a lot of coasting. So the AI takes this corner quite wide and then cuts back in. And I'm wondering whether that's a faster line. And it looks as though through that corner we gained a few thousandths. I quite like my line through there. You know what is quite fun around this track? GT3 cars. They are surprisingly fun around this track. GT3 cars are very easy to mess up though. Whereas these cars really don't like the elevation changes. Much like at Road Atlanta when you're doing the last chicane. When you come uphill and then you're having to turn, going downhill. The elevation changes can sometimes make the car jump, so you've always got to be careful when dealing with elevation changes when you've got other drivers near you. Otherwise you can just glide into them. It won't necessarily be your fault, but you could have avoided it just by being a bit more cautious. And that looks like practice is over. Ooh. Let's get out to qualify. Nice red car behind us. I love that pit exit. It's just so smooth. Just sit it in second gear and glide it in around the first corner. It's just so easy and so nice. Wish every track had something that like spectacular as the pit exit. Didn't even check how fast we were doing in our practice lap. We might end up being less than first place in qualifying. But I guess we'll see. It did seem like we were catching the AI. So I doubt if we are slower than the AI we'll end up too far back. So. Quite nice. It's a shame this is an outlap. But we'll just say we're building up a gap to the car behind, so if we make a mistake they're fine. And we'll use the old racing excuse that we don't want to give them our slipstream. Even though in an AI race it doesn't really matter too much in qualifying. Since the AI is rarely going to utilise slipstream properly. At least in qualifying. Even in racing situations, the AI doesn't particularly do very well with slipstream. There is obviously slipstream in game. I was driving around with one of our disc-toured drivers earlier around Lime Rock Park. They were utilising that to good effect. It was a lot of fun actually. We were trading fastest times. We managed to get down to a 102.3 I believe. Which is pretty respectable. I know the iRacing skip barbers go around Lime Rock Park in around 56 to 57 seconds. But in saying that, the actual track for Assetto Corsa may be a little bit off, and the car may be a little bit off as well, so you never know. Might be able to get it down to 56 seconds if you're a pro, but I am certainly not a pro. Just a guy that loves virtual race car. Doing pretty well this lap. We'll see what it comes in as. Why did I go down to second there? Well, that was a waste of some time, wasn't it? Good job we get extra laps. That was 146.79. Not too bad. I believe we can do much better than that. I don't know why I'm shifting up into fourth there. I should be in third gear all the way up the hill. Do apologise if you can hear the wheel at all and the shifting up. Trying to be as quiet as possible because it's actually 2 AM here. On a school night. At the moment, due to the coronavirus lockdown, I'm not working. Hopefully that's lifted soon though. Quite enjoy my job. Been quite hard on an awful lot of people, but hopefully everybody out there's okay and we can resume a normal lifestyle soon enough. That's enough about the real world context of this video, I feel. Let's focus on Brands Hatch and getting a good qualifying time down. So I think one of my favourite things about this track isn't necessarily the track layout or the seeing of the entire track from anywhere on the track. It's actually the racing that goes on there. Like I don't go to many racetracks in the UK. Like motorsport isn't huge in the UK, as it is like on the continent and places like Finland and stuff like that. We just don't have a big culture of racing. Yeah, we'll watch some Formula 1, we'll watch some British touring cars every now and then, but it's not a huge movement or way of life as NASCAR and IndyCar are in the US. But I follow some of the races that happen at Brands Hatch, and one of the more interesting series that I like to see, really spy on slightly, is the Formula Truck series that they do. Oh, almost. The Formula Truck series looks absolutely hilarious, and if anybody's interested in actually trying it out, Automobilistic 2 actually has Formula trucks in them, and you can drive them in the rain, and I would 100% recommend getting a mate that you know well, that you don't mind close racing or bad netcode with, because it has quite bad netcode, and just driving the Formula trucks in the rain around Brands Hatch, Donington Park, even into Lagos, because it's so much fun. The cars do not handle well, but they've got so much torque, it's ridiculous. I love it. Settling in for another qualifying lap here though. Lap number 5, according to my dashboard. Time really flies on these things. I really don't think 7 laps does this track justice either, because you're going around it what feels like so quick. It's actually like a minute and 47-second lap, which isn't the fastest in the world, but it's certainly not slow. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on? I forgot to put on the pedal cam. I'll put that on before we start the race. Actually, I'll put that on in a second after we've done this lap, because we're currently up. When I said pedal cam, I meant pedal app. I do have a camera that is capable of capturing my pedals, but I don't think anybody would find that particularly interesting, so we're going to leave that for now. Ooh, we shaved half a second off our lap time there, and then we threw it in the last corner. So there's definitely some time to gain. 146.399. Okay, let's park this here. And go back to the pits. How long of qualifying is there left? There's 40 seconds remaining of qualifying, so what we'll do is we'll get the pedals up. Where are you, pedals? Oh, where are you? Pedals? There they are, okay. And they've spawned on this side of the monitor, so let's bring them over here. Nice and neat. Very nice. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip the session, just so we can go straight to the race. Okay, so a 7-lap race, we've qualified first, with the inside line going into turn 1. Let's see what we can do with this. Wish there was a way to remove the actual lights, so I could just see the actual track lights rather than the head-up display lights. Into turn 1. All the tyres have no grip. Managed to maintain P1 though. Although he is quite nicely on the outside of me now. It looks like the aero goes down to first gear there. Oh, collided a little bit into me there. Hopefully he's okay. Taking a bit of a shallow line in through here. So I was focused on my rear view mirrors there a bit. Even though they are just AI, I avoid them at all costs. Or at least try to treat them like I would anybody else. Because what's the point in being uber aggressive in practice if you're not going to carry that over into a real race lobby? That was quite nice. Nice turn in there. I think I made some slight modifications to the display. So when we actually reach lap 7, it's going to allow us to continue going around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around for a like victory lap, as it were, if I'm in first. That requires that I hold first though, so I guess we'll see where we lay in 6 laps time. At the moment it's a pretty impressive lead. We've got about 2 seconds on the guy behind. Complain about this every video, but the AI really does need a good tweak. I did a little bit of a tweak to them and it did make them a little bit more aggressive, but not aggressive enough and not fast enough is the main issue. They're on 100% difficulty, so I was expecting some challenge through these circuits, but there just isn't one. Just isn't one. unless I make a mistake, of course. Like that. Gives the AI a little bit of time to catch up. We're still not, like, we're still far enough ahead of the AI that it doesn't matter too much. We haven't lost too much time. Nice and easy through this section. Concentrating very hard there. Out of all the places I could make a mistake, I don't want it to be there, so. Bit too hard on the corner cutting there. I can carry so much more speed through there if I don't cut. See, that was a positive cut. That actually gained me like over a second worth of time. Whereas on the previous corner, the cut was bad, so I lost a few tenths. 46.0. Not bad. Chris, not bad. You can see the rest of the field coming over the top there. It's unfortunate. Shows you the sort of gap we have between us and the AI in difficulty level. The AI did used to be a lot worse in the Assetto Corsa when it first came out, to be fair to the devs. And they haven't done any work on it since ACC came out, so. ACC is a pretty good GT3 simulator. The main issues I have with it is the feel of the force feedback, which is nothing like that of AC. Although it is improving and becoming more like AC. So I guess we'll see in the coming months whether I switch all of my GT3 action over to the ACC. So I do like some GT3. So far ahead of the AI now. Nothing short of us burying our heads in the sand pit is going to stop us from winning here. Which he almost does. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I said burying head in sand pit. Don't get cocky, kid, comes to mind. You can see the AI coming over there. I just love that. Just absolutely love that. It amazes me every single time I see it. Hopefully it won't be something that comes up during the league races. Because everyone should be at a similar level, hopefully. Or at least put in a similar amount of practice. Get some good racing out of it. better field. As of the time of recording, which is it's Friday the 1st of May at 2:24 in the morning, we had 4 people signed up. We need a minimum of 10 to start running the races. But it's looking good. Progress is slow, but progress is progress. We're averaging on 1 new sign up per day, so very happy about that. As we enter our penultimate lap. What a terrible line through there. You see the AI racing now up there. God, I wish they'd do that with me. Ooh. Wish they'd do that with me. Hopefully, yeah, we can get, once we get 10 drivers, we can start scheduling the events. Starting at Lime Rock Park, then going to Silverstone National, Road Atlanta, Spa, Zandvoort, Barcelona Moto, and ending up here at Brands Hatch GP, where hopefully we'll crown our league champion. Ooh, that was sketchy. Too much talking, not enough focusing. Should be quite nice, should be quite fun. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Talking about future leagues and stuff like that. So for now I'm just focusing on this Skip Barber league. Should hopefully get everybody on a similar level, so that we can start progressing from there. We can make decisions as a group rather than just me going, oh, I really want to do an F1 league or something. So it's important when designing things like this, you gauge what people actually want rather than just do exactly what you decide. Final lap here. Hopefully turn a good one. Well, 3 tenths up, 4 tenths up from our PB so far. It's nice. Would be nicer if we could keep the car on the track though. No longer 4 tenths up, we are 3 tenths up. So if we come to the end of this lap, we also come to the end of our Rookie Series walkthroughs. Our Rookie Series 1 walkthrough. Been quite a lot of fun to drive the full circuit. I've obviously already done this once on Twitch, but the content didn't come out very well. There's us finishing the race, but we'll do our formation lap or victory lap back to the pit lane. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot about the car on the track and the tracks even. Certainly ironed out some misconceptions I had about Barcelona Moto. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at these tracks and a lot better with this car as well. It's always fun to practice what you're expecting other people to go through. and it's quite nice to showcase the league as a whole as well to everyone, so that everybody gets an idea of maybe not the best driving line, but a driving line around these tracks. Keep looking at this screen, and I don't know why, considering the camera's all the way over on that screen. But I really do hope that you've also thoroughly enjoyed this, or found this helpful if you're considering signing up for the league. It should be quite a lot of fun. As I said, I've driven with one of our drivers today at Lime Rock Park, or Lime Rock Raceway, and we were trading fastest times. I mean, I'm not the best driver in the world, but it was a lot of fun. We were doing some close racing, some hot laps, just generally having a good time, and that's mainly what this series is about. This league is about. Just want everyone to have fun with cars that I've had fun with for quite a long time. Around tracks that I think are quite interesting and fun. So as we come back into the pit lane now. Missed our pit box. But I think we all had a very good time with this. I certainly had a really good time with this, and I'm very thankful for those that have watched. If you're considering joining, head over to chrisfoxracing.com, where it should link you directly to our Discord. You can shoot me a message, Christopher Fox or Chris Fox Racing, in the Discord. I can send you the download links to all of the mods and the tracks that we're using. I think the only actual modded things are the car itself, Lime Rock Raceway, and Road Atlanta. I think all of the other tracks are in the game, or at least DLC for the game. And if you don't have the DLC, well, there are other fan-made options out there that we could look at. Overall, though, I'd like to thank you all if you came along on this journey. It's been quite fun. It's been definitely eye-opening for me. So, yeah, thank you very much. And hopefully, see you on the racetrack. And if not, see you in the live streams. Night.